That sounded tentative. It was kind of fun. It was super fun. It was,
It was fun. It's like, it's harder to, like, I don't know. I found it harder to sing, or harder to pick up than most other songs. Is my biggest problem.
Want to know why?
Yes.
This is so true. I'm still shocked that the further you go back in history, the more true it is. And the older you get, the more time you have to do that kind of crap. Music is more complex. It's gotten super simple now. If we look at the melodies in most music, I mean, if you look from pop songs to country songs to worship songs, anywhere in between,
Yeah.
if we were to plunk out the melody, it would be in a tiny little area like this. Songs used to be like this, like in the 60s.
Okay.
And if you go back further, they were like this. And everybody sang them. So it goes fast, which makes it more complex, right? And the melody covers probably about twice as many notes as a typical melody does anymore.
Okay.
The quickest way to get that memorized in your head is just to listen to Gloria Gaynor's version for the pattern, or chart. This one would be a charting challenge.
Okay.
Like a 5-star charting challenge. Wait. But which parts of it did you feel like you kind of got a hold on?
Honestly, none of it.
It's okay. It's a little bit harder in this one because there's not, although we know, I will survive, I will survive. We know that as the chorus.
Yeah.
It's the same melody as the verses. And this is when I had to start learning this, having no background in disco, I started doing this with the vet bands. The thing that I found hardest about it is that the chorus is in the same melody as the verses, and there's so many flipping verses.
Mm-hmm.
So my brain had a harder time setting that chorus chunk aside and defining, let's just get the chorus down like our brain usually does. Let's just learn the chorus, and then we'll go back and get to the other stuff. But because it's in the same pattern as the verses, your brain's like, well, it's the same pattern, so I have to learn the pattern from the top and go all the way down. Makes it freakishly difficult. If you would chart out just the chorus this week and just get that solid, you'll find that the rest of it's going to fall in line a lot quicker because the rest of it's very similar. So your challenge for this week already, ding, 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 ding. Let's find your chart. It was just here a minute ago. Oh, okay. This week, I'm on my chair facing this way, so I've got my keyboard and my other keyboard's way over here. So you might hear some of this while I'm typing. Okay. So you're gonna chart just the chorus, and the chorus repeats and repeats and repeats at the end. It's just to the hey hey part.
Mm-hmm.
I will survive to the hey hey. That's it. Okay. Just the chorus, and I will put that in here. From I will survive to hey, 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 hey. So did you get any of it down enough that it became fun, or was it still in learning mode?
Still in learning mode a little bit.
We're going to speed that up this week, because as soon as you chart and focus on the chorus, you'll get that down, and then you can start having fun in that. And that's where the repeat happens, and that's where the hold note comes. So we'll get to the payoff quicker. And once you've got that pattern down, you just look at the words for the verses. You don't have to memorize them. And the melody will ought to be stuck in your head. So the rest of it will come really fast. Always work backwards from the chorus. This is one of the very, very few songs are in this format where it's literally just A, all the way down. And that's really what this technically is. So it's just our brain wants to start at the very top and go down, and we can't let it, or else it would take for flipping ever.
Okay.
Chorus first, always. So you didn't get to the part, I bet, where you could really mess around with punch and power yet.
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
I tried my best, but it was still the melody. I was changing it up, but yeah.
Yeah, you can't until the melody is in your head. And I totally forgot about this one being that format. I could have saved you that, but sorry. Okay, so punch and power is going to be for next week. We're going to chart just the chorus, and the rest of it, do if you want. I don't care, but I want you to lock in the chorus. Chart the melody. Once you chart the melody and listen to her sing it a few times, I want you to, once you chart it, I want you every time you listen to her to be looking at your chart, because this is gonna it's gonna reinforce the number system too in the back of your head, because you'll see the numbers while you're hearing her do that, and that will enable you to bring it up to speed faster.
Okay.
That's the only part we're gonna lock into. But how did we do with getting power in your technique exercises?
It was good.
Scale of 1 to 5. 5 being fantabulous, 1 being failure.
Probably like a 3.
Okay.
Like, I did feel it.
Good.
I know that there's something.
It is, I bet you did better than you think you did, because if we work on okay, just tell me, how fast did you skip to the song?
Not that.
You worked on your technique separate?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're such a good student. Oh, can't even say that then. Okay, yeah. So let's do 3 bubble slides right now, just like you did this week, bigger and more, bigger, giant, dumb, every time. Good. We got to start, first of all, you're starting like this, like I used to all the time. This is not neutral. This is neutral. So I want you to just feel like you're falling asleep at your desk. That kind of gravity pull, okay? Let your head start moving before the sound starts.
Okay.
Good. Almost there. Now the tension has moved to your eyeballs. This is my job because you can't see all this and feel all this while you're doing the bubble. Okay? You did exactly what I said, and then your eyes did this. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm keeping an eye up. I'm doing it. So when we fall asleep, what do our eyes do? Yeah. So if you focus on falling asleep at your desk, the body will follow everything. But if you don't think I'm falling asleep, I'm just bending forward, some other part of your body is going to bring that tension along. But if you put your body in the position of I'm literally falling asleep, all of it will follow. Try again.
Okay.
Good. Now, before you start, I want you to close your eyes. Because you did exactly what I said, but guess what happened? And it's not your fault. It's your brain is trying to bring this tension in, and it chases around, and this is kind of fun. It's like a cat with a laser for me. Tension moves around, and I get to find it. So you did exactly what I said this time. As soon as you went forward, you did this thing, but right before you started, your eyes did this. They locked in. So that makes it harder for tension to release. So first you're going to do, close your eyes and melt, and then bubble forward. Good. Do it just like that in a bigger press as you go down now.
Okay.
Good. Relax twice as much and give it 3 times as much press as you go down. That, my dear, is the most balanced bubble you've ever done.
Yay!
Okay, so I'm going to put these little hints in because this is really working well for you. Okay, bubble slides. Go to sleep. You're getting very sleepy, okay? Then start the bubble. I'll just say go to sleep, because when you think go to sleep, your eyes should get drowsy, your body should get, oh my goodness, I feel this all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay? So that'll do it. Then that is what I want you to focus on. Once you feel that total relaxation, like I'm literally falling asleep, oh, and there's a sound, then make the B bigger, okay?
Okay.
If we balance it better, then when we go in for power, the power is purer, and it sets a much better definition for what that feels like and what it should do. All right, in your 5-tone repeater, no. How powerful did you feel, 1 to 5?
Probably like a 32, I think.
Oh, we got to get you more powerful than that. Oh, this is so high up here. Let's start out. Oh, let's not do that. No.
Okay. No. no, 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 no.
Beautiful. Now your eyes are doing the same thing.
I know. I actually felt it.
Yeah, right? And it's so funny because, see, here's the beautiful thing about having a coach looking at you that knows what you're looking for. Because even myself, you can't be aware of so many things at once. Like you can't, I'm going to make the B big and I'm going to press in and then I'm going to do this and I got to relax. And it's too much for your brain, even if you look at yourself in the mirror sometimes. But if I can catch it, then all of a sudden it's easier for you to catch it.
Yeah.
Right? So what are we gonna do whenever that happens? We're gonna melt, and then we're gonna start from the melt. Okay.
Okay.
So melt, then build.
No, 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 no.
That was totally balanced. Did it feel any different?
It did. Yeah.
Are you just saying that to make me feel good?
No,
Okay.
no, it actually.
Okay.
I even felt more power with that.
You will, because tension is what keeps us from our real power. Melt and proceed.
No, 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 no.
You rushed the melt this time, and it tightened just a teeny eensy bit. So take your time. Think of it this way. 2/3 of your exercise is the melt.
Okay.
The last third is the power.
No, 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 no.
Good. Now it's gone to your lips. So here it is. No, 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 no. I'm exaggerating, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you melt, I don't care if you go, no, 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 no. In a balance, you can still do it as powerfully even if you're all bent over. Okay? So I want you to start thinking, first priority, how can I feel relaxed? And then the sound is just a follow-up. Okay? So the goal is no longer, how can I sing this tool on these notes? The goal is, how can I melt? And then I'm going to make some noise.
Okay.
Where were we? I don't think we were that high. This is going to be melting popsicle week.
No, 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 no.
Perfect. Now, hit that end just a tiny bit harder. Do everything else just exactly the same.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, it's okay. Try it again.
No, 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 no.
How did that one feel?
I feel like I rushed the 5 tones at the top.
Let's do it better. Go ahead.
No, 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 no.
Good. I want you to melt. And now you should know when you melt, it's going to your eyebrows.
Okay.
Okay? Melt. The sound is just something that happens to come out of you while you're falling asleep. It is total counterintuitive. I don't know if that's the right way to say that. To focus on a feeling rather than a sound. So it is an extremely complex thing to do. So understand you're doing incredibly well. But be patient with yourself, because as you do this, it'll be like, but I'm trying. And you're doing just great. It's just completely opposite of the way our brain works. All right, so relax your eyes because you're going to sleep. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And then, so, no, 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 we'll make those sleepy. And then we'll start waking up on the nose. No, 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 no. Let's try that. Okay.
No, 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 no.
Do a thumbs up. How'd that one feel?
I'm feeling the tension go away as I'm like doing more and more relaxing.
Yes.
I feel like there was maybe less power.
But the power is easy to bring in once the tension goes away, because the number one thing that blocks true power is tension. So when we have any amount of tension and we're trying to press in with power, what we're bringing in is it's similar to if you scream versus do a woo. That can be powerful and loud and all of that. But it's like that. That's based in tension. So those are extreme versions of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
When we try to bring power with tension, it's more effort. It's more effort, but it never gets as loud. It never gets as big round power. It's like powerful, because you've done some, right? It just feels like, whoa, it's not just loud. So we're into the little nuances now of when you relax all of that tension. You can start low. Now you can make it much more powerful this time. This time I want you to do exactly what you did, melt. The first few as we're climbing are really sleepy. And then when you do your nuz, I want you to spend twice as much time on the end. Like that, okay? Oh, I had the right key. Oh, I'm so happy. Relax.
No.
And as soon as you notice your brain distracting you on what went wrong, what went right, you're out of relaxation, just so you know.
Yeah.
All of us, right? So do just what you did. You were going to start over.
No.
The second one was the right one.
Okay.
Whine. No. Explode. Whine, explode.
No.
So what you're doing is fine, and it's balanced, but it won't get you to the power the quickest. So here's what's wanting to happen. No. What I want you to do is puppy whine. No. Just the other direction. Let's try. Just give me a little buzzy. No. Explode it.
No.
Do it again. Explode it bigger.
No.
Good. Longer on the. No. Mine was awful. You do better.
No.
That's it. It reminds me of. Have you ever seen anyone play the handbells?
Yeah.
It's a lost art. It's they have little ding 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 dings, and they do this when they get the big giant ones. They go gong, and it's just like a slow mo, but when it hits, it's powerful.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This is your personal handbell. Oh my gosh, you're gonna open up so much more this week. I'm so excited. We're gonna do the same workout this week because we're gonna do it differently.
Okay.
Right? This week is the Popsicle Melt Week. Sleepy, you're getting very sleepy. On your 5-tone na, I want you to go to sleep, then climb. No. Relax first. That's got to be 2/3 of the exercise for you this week, okay? Is the amount that you relax and stay relaxed. Go to sleep, then climb, then whine, and explode. Does that make sense if I say it that way?
Yeah.
Okay, so first step is to go to sleep. Then you let those notes climb. When you get to the top, it starts with a whine. You can sit on that whine as long as you want until you feel you got control of it. And then you literally just use the tongue on the soft palate to explode it. Try that a couple times. Good. You did yours as badly as I did mine. Good. Thank you for not embarrassing me. Now I want you to think, no. Good. Now sharpen the end just a little bit. Mine was sucky. That was better than mine. Yours was more balanced than mine. Beautiful. Do you want to do it a couple more times? Get a feel for it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No.
Now you're it's getting a little squeezed, so
No.
yeah. Do it again.
No.
Good. N 3 times as big this time. You got the rest nice and balanced.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you just made yourself another exercise. You're going to do some, we're going to call them explosions.
Okay.
Just like if we're going to light the fuse for dynamite, right? Is the fuse going? No! And then the N explodes the bomb. Light the fuse on whiny N, then explode to nah. If you, I have a feeling you're going to like this exercise because you can really get a feel for how well you did. These I would do as much as humanly possible this week.
Okay.
Because these tiny little explosions are going to make your scale much more effective. And honestly, scales don't matter. It doesn't matter that we memorize a pattern of notes and do a word or a tool on them. It matters the way you are approaching the notes. So if just simply doing the explosions, if you're just having a super great time with those, I could care less if you skip the scale.
Okay.
The explosion is the process. The nut on the scale is just a way to test it out. I'll put it that way. Okay? So I put the nut explosions last, but let's make those the priority. I just need my hands to talk with. I can't type at the same time.
Yeah.
All right, let's dig into this song really quick. We are going to go, I'm going to help you a little bit on charting since we're not real familiar with the melody yet.
Okay.
We did make some notes already, right?
We did.
I have another exercise for you. It just came to me. Okay. Do you remember what key we were doing this in? I don't think I wrote it. I didn't write it down, but I don't think it matters.
I don't think so.
First I was afraid, I was petrified. I think it might be. First I was afraid, I was petrified. It's somewhere there. It doesn't matter because 1 is 1, right?
Yes.
So let's say, and it's a minor. Let's say it's this key. We don't care that it's minor. You're going to sing the song and know, right? At first I was afraid is a 1. I'm not playing. I'm teaching right now. My dog would like me to play with the frog. It's so funny. I used to have, early in the early days, I had a full-on studio with the big window between the 2 rooms. Because I grew up in broadcasting, I needed a studio. I had the full-on studio, isolated room, and I had the engineering booth. I had everything. And as I've moved, we've downscaled, downscaled, downscaled. I need to do another video of where I'm finally at because I'm doing the same quality of work in my living room, and my recording apparatus is on the floor of my closet. And I'm doing the same quality of work for the same clients. Technology. Anyway. Okay. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. At first I was afraid. Whoops. I can't obviously play that key. Sometime I'm going to remember how to play. That's my goal. I'm going to remember how to play a keyboard someday. So at first I was afraid. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 2, 3, 2, 1, 1.
Okay.
1, 1, 1. 1 minus 1. First was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could. Minus 1 is could. I could never. Those are all minus 1s. Live is 1. Live. With is a minus 1. Without. Minus 2. You. Minus 3. Oh, actually, you buy. You buy.
Side.
Side is a -3.
Is my -3 too?
My side. You are so smart. Teaching the teacher. And I spent so many. Although you could just skip all those and then just mark the next one it changes on, because a lot of these are repetitive. And I spent so many nights just thinking how you -4 you did me. And wrong can be a -4 or a -3. It really doesn't matter. You did me wrong. I think she goes up. It really doesn't matter. How you did me wrong. But I grew strong is a -3. But I grew strong. And I learned how is going to be one. Where are we? It's going to be a -1 flat.
Okay.
Or no, -1 sharp. Doesn't matter which way do you think of it. If I say this is 1 and I go down a half a step, what do you view that as? A sharp or a flat?
A flat.
Okay, so we can make it a 1 flat.
Okay.
Or a -1 sharp. It really doesn't matter. Whichever makes most sense to your brain. How we get is a 1. Don't let me rush you.
Okay.
Where are you at?
How is the -1 flat and then A for
is 1. A long and long is 2.
Okay.
Lord, the girl. I used to be able to play before they killed my brain off. Do you know that I'm on Alzheimer's medication?
What?
Because of the damage to the blood-brain barrier when I got septic. It's the little gelatinous thing that keeps your brain protected.
Yeah.
And when you start to die, it dies. And so parts of it are not there, and so parts of your brain don't fire.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on Alzheimer's medicine. The funny thing is, my husband, it's not funny, but my husband's dad died in his 50s from advanced Alzheimer's, early onset advanced Alzheimer's. There are 3 boys in the family. He's 10 years younger than his brothers. And they said one of them is going to get it, and the other 2 don't have it so far. So the joke is that we're going to both be on Alzheimer's medication. But the good news is after he retires, we're going to live on the ship, so somebody will look after us and feed us.
Nice.
Okay. How to get along is 2. And then, and so your is the -1. Or the 1 flat. What are we calling it?
1 flat. Not -1 flat.
Sure. How to get along, and so your back is 1. Back. Yes. See how easy it is? Because there's so many repeats. When you look at it this way, you're going to realize it's so easy. You just have to know when to change the note.
Mm-hmm.
But when you listen to it all, it feels like a million little notes. But it's not. How to get along, and so you're back from outer space. What's the word?
I just walked in to find you here.
I just walked into. Is a -1. Find you here is a 1. With is a -1. You is a -2. My is a -3. By my side. And then
I walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face.
Yes,
I should have.
And what's the first? I sang this for years. I should know this one. What's the line?
I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face.
We're still at the -3.
It's 1 o'clock.
Thank you, sorry. Sad look on upon is it's -4. Upon your face -3. And then we stay on -3. But I grew strong and I learned how.
Or I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key. Is that all?
I'm singing the wrong verse. See? Okay, I should have made you. What's the line I should look
I should have changed that stupid.
Should have soups lock. I should have made you. Is the 4 -4? You change your key. Is it -3?
Yeah.
But I knew you'd be back in. What is the line?
If I had known you for, if I'd known for just 1 second.
If I had known for just 1 second, you'd be back. Is our 1 flat?
Okay.
To bother is 1. Whoops. Me is 2.
Go on now. Go walk out that door.
And then we repeat everything from there.
Okay.
That's it. And actually, that's the melody for almost the entire song. Actually, you could use that melody for the entire song. It's just they change it up a little because it's boredom. Got it?
Yeah.
So technically, I did your homework for you. Which is great because I want you to get a feel for how the numbers relate to the notes so that when you listen to her, all you need to know is this number changes on this word. Oh, I'm singing this same note for 50 flippin' words till I change here, and it's on this note. So it's only when the note changes you even need to pay attention to it. When you look at it now, you realize the notes really, there aren't a lot of notes. It's just that there's so many repeats.
Yeah.
That your brain goes, what, what. But it's really just note. This is all the notes. All the notes are between there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6th. All the notes are within 6 notes. Until you go on and do the fancy stuff, which you are going to do. I have a bit of inspiration I'm going to leave you with today. I looked this up and I was just doing some stuff for the site and I thought, this is interesting. When it comes to cover songs, you know how we've talked about before, you want to sing a song like you wrote it, not like it's a cover?
Yeah.
I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. Are you familiar with it? I don't want to miss a thing. Baby, because I miss you, baby. I don't want to miss a thing. It was written for Celine Dion.
Okay.
Can you imagine Celine Dion? You don't know because you don't remember that song. Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone. That one?
Yeah.
It was originally written for Pink. And then Hilary Duff almost got it.
What?
Passed on it. Right? Okay? But here's the really good. RSCPC. RSC. I can't even spell anymore. It's the brain. RSSPCT. Tell me what you made me. Who does that?
Aretha Franklin.
No. Otis Redding. He's the original. She did a cover of it. Nobody ever thinks of Otis Redding when they hear the song Respect, do they?
No.
Nobody knows. And I have to say, until I was doing some digging, I didn't know that was a cover song. So, I Will Survive is now an original by Joelle.
Okay.
Right? Every song you take on, whether it's technically yours or not, you take on as an original. You say, what is the baseline? That's the beauty of charting, because you can see these are the hints for where it needs to hit, right? We know it's in this key. We know the notes go like this. Once you know that, you can choose to do whatever you want to do with it because it was a song that was written for you to make original. Siren says our time is up. This is how we know we're in the city. Okay. I want you've printed the lyrics already, obviously.
Yeah.
All right. So, whoops. You don't have to chart. Actually, you have to chart the second half. Is there anything you want to sing through on this before I let you go?
No, I think I'll just have to look at it, work on the charting, figure out the melody.
Yes, I'm going to give you something real simple to do with this. Once you get this down and you kind of get a feel for where the chorus is, and if you don't get that far, that's fine. If you do, I have a feeling you will. I want you to sing through the chorus, not with the words, just nah.
Okay.
And you're going to be learning it, so it'll be really slow. And then you can test out your little explosions. Na, 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 na. no, 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 no. There's tons and tons of repeat places. It'll probably bore you to death, but to get the benefit out of it, you're going to need to slow it down.
Okay.
Then you'll probably end up singing it through a few times, and I can't tell you not to. But I'm not going to tell you you gots to. All right. Does that sound like enough for this week?
That sounds great.
Well then, let's get it for you. Paste her in here. Any of that looked like I was on drugs when I wrote it. Because it
Let me
was.
see. Nope. Wait, did I get it? Yes, I did. Okay.
Okay.
It looks basically the same as the one for last week. Yes.
It does,
okay,
but
good.
what we're doing in the exercises and the way we approach them is different.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about relaxing first, go to sleep, then let a sound out, then let the sound explode. But if you don't go to sleep first, it will not be balanced and you will not uncover your true power. In some of these that you do every once in a while, you will surprise yourself. A nut will come out and be like, dang. And then it'll go away for a while and you'll be like, well, maybe I'm not doing it right. Although if you follow those directions, you are doing it right, and it will happen more and more of the time because you'll know how to get back to it. This is the recipe to get to it. The more often you do it and the more balanced you are in it, the more often you get to the big power ones. Have a great week.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye.